Chapter 5, Act 2. Waiting is good. It means you're not dying. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Feel sorry for the person who gets rushed into the ER for immediate treatment. I reread the sign on the wall of the waiting room before picking up another outdated magazine. Next to me, Ronnie sighed and bounced her crossed leg impatiently. We'd been sitting in this sterile, off-white room for a good 20 minutes now. I didn't mind. I'd learned a lot in that time from the stack of magazines next to my chair. For starters, I'd learned this world had a social hierarchy. The people on top were called celebrities. As far as I could tell, the only differences between celebrities and non-celebrities were money and facial symmetry. But that seemed to be enough to warrant entire magazines dedicated to pictures of celebrities doing everyday things like walking down the street or buying groceries. Strange. What was the point? Did normal people need celebrities to teach them how to buy groceries? I wondered if Ronnie had enough money to be a celebrity. Before I could ask her, the silence was broken by a deep, velvety voice.
Good morning, Ronnie. I missed you yesterday.
I looked up to see a large, thick-set man with wispy white hair and dark, saggy skin. He was wearing a collared shirt and tie under a crisp, knee-length white coat.
Good morning, Dr. Vincent.
Ronnie rose from her chair to shake his hand.
I had yesterday off because I was busy dealing with entrance work.
The man noticed me for the first time.
Well, I'll be,
he said, appraising me. I felt awkward to be the only one sitting, so I also stood. The man smiled at the height disparity between me and my host.
She's really yours, huh?
Yep, all 6 feet of her. Ronnie folded her arms.
Maybe you could explain the genetics of that to me sometime. But I digress. Dr. Vincent, meet Emily. Emily, Dr. Vincent.
Yesterday, I would have wondered if this wrinkly, baggy skin meant he was sick. But one of the pamphlets I read last night informed me that saggy skin was merely a sign of old age. That same pamphlet said I was supposed to be deferential to old people, but I didn't understand why. Was it simply because they'd gotten here first, or had they done something else worthy of deference? It didn't matter. I planned on being nice to everyone, regardless of their age. Dr. Vincent seemed to share that philosophy. His face split into a welcoming grin as he extended his hand to me.
Pleased to meet you, Emily.
Likewise. I shook his knobby hand. Then, in a less confident tone, I asked, May I ask you a question, Dr. Vincent?
You already have,
he said with a teasing glint in his eye.
But go ahead and ask me another.
You're super old, right? I asked, pleased to apply the knowledge I'd gleaned from last night's readings. Ronnie facepalmed. Dr. Vincent chuckled.
One of the oldest?
He confirmed.
Was that your question, darling?
No, my question has to do with your skin color. Beside me, Ronnie threw up her hands in a dramatic helplessness.
I'm done, she moaned. You're hopeless.
My smile fading, I made a mental note to add age and skin color to the ever-increasing list of taboo subjects. But Dr. Vincent only quirked an eyebrow.
Go on,
he encouraged. Are you sure? I asked. I don't want to offend you.
If I let innocent comments from curious newbies boil my blood, I'd have died of hypertension a long time ago,
he assured me. It's just, you have the darkest skin of anyone I've seen. You're also the oldest person I've seen. Ronnie's skin is lighter than yours, but darker than mine. That made me wonder, does skin darken with age? Dr. Vincent looked momentarily startled. Then he broke into a big, full belly laugh.
Ain't she a right piece of work?
He said once he'd recovered enough air to speak.
Looks like you've got a budding scientist on your hands, Ronnie. Is that what you call it?
Ronnie muttered.
If I'd been like that, my host would have smacked me for being a prying Polly.
Dr. Vincent ignored her and gave my shoulder an encouraging pat.
That was some good deductive reasoning, Emily, but your sample size is far too small. There's no correlation between age and skin color. Here, let me show you.
He reached into his wallet and pulled out a picture.
My boy, Caleb,
he presented proudly. I took the picture and saw a young man grinning up at me. His skin was as dark as Dr. Vincent's, but where the old doctor had small tufts of silver flush ringing his scalp, Caleb had thick black curls. The young man had sparkling brown eyes and a dazzling smile. He looked full of life and ready to take on any challenge. He looked so happy. I returned the picture. Is he around? I'd love to meet him. Dr. Vincent's smile remained in place, but his eyes saddened.
No, my Caleb is long gone. I gave him wings to fly and he flew. I haven't seen him in years.
Beep, beep, beep. Dr. Vincent reached into his pocket and pulled out a small metallic pager.
That's my cue to leave,
he apologized.
But it was a pleasure meeting you, Emily.
He rummaged around in his deep coat pocket and pulled out a small piece of paper.
My card,
he said, handing it to me.
Come visit me any time you have questions on any topic,
he added with a reassuring smile. Thank you. I accepted the card. I liked him. If all old people were like Dr. Vincent, I'd have no problem being deferential to them.
Enjoy this stage, Ronnie, Dr. Vincent said. You'll miss it when it's gone.
Huh. Doubt it. She huffed under her breath as Dr. Vincent disappeared down the hallway. Sorry for embarrassing you, I said to Ronnie for what must have been the 1,000th time in 2 days. I'm just trying to figure things out.
I know, she sighed. I'm not mad at you, Emily. You could be a lot worse. But always run your quirky ideas by me first, okay? I don't want you getting beat up for asking the wrong people the wrong things.
As I considered the implications of her statement, did people really beat each other up over questions? A voice rang through the waiting room. Emily Starp? Called the receptionist, buzzing open the door to the entrance ward.
Dr. Ohala is ready to see you now.